Hi, I'm Becky and I am a graduate of the Digital Mums Social Media Manager course. I wanted to make this video today because I couldn't find anything else on YouTube, and I know that when I was trying to look at whether to do the course or not, I couldn't find anything at all. So I graduated from Digital Mums only a couple of months ago. I graduated in January of this year, and I am a working social media manager. I only have one client, but I work for them 3 days a week at the moment, and I'll actually be going up to 4 days a week very, very soon. So I thought I would kind of take you through the highs and lows of Digital Mums course, and kind of give you a little bit of feedback about my own kind of opinions on it. If there is any questions, etc., after you've watched this, then please do pop them in the comments below, and I will answer them for you. So to give you a little bit of background on myself, I am a mum of two. I have a 2-year-old and I have a 6-year-old. I'm 36 years old. Previous to taking the Digital Mums course, I worked in corporate travel for 10 years and had an extremely nice, very, very well paid job that came with a lot of benefits and a lot of perks to it. The downside of it was that it wasn't flexible at all. I had to travel, so I live in Blackpool, and I had to travel backwards and forwards to London, backwards and forwards to Liverpool, which is my main office, and kind of here, there and everywhere. And it just wasn't kind of for me anymore. I couldn't do it. I wasn't seeing the children. I was tired. I was dropping all the balls. So at some point something had to give. So I had looked around my local area to see if there was any part-time jobs, and basically there wasn't. So I am also a blogger, and I blog under TheUnNaturalMother, and I've been blogging for just short of 2 years now. So I did know a little bit about social media, and I was aware of the Digital Mums course. So I did a lot of research by asking people about the course. I probably spoke over email to about 10 to 15 people about their opinions of it. Most of them were pretty frank with me and kind of said, you know, it was very, very hard work. It is, I mean, I'm going to be honest, it's not the cheapest of courses to do. When I did mine, so I started in July of last year, and I think I paid my money maybe May of last year. And I paid, I think it was £2,000 at the time I paid, which I'm going to be absolutely totally honest, I put on a credit card. I didn't have £2,000, but I felt like I needed to invest in my future and my children's future. So I started the course, as I mentioned, in July. And that saw me take it pretty much through to the end of January, so it's kind of 6 months of my life. I decided that I wanted to actually quit my job to do this course, which was in some ways absolutely crazy. In some ways it was financial suicide because I'd been used to so much money. We'd just purchased a new house. We needed a lot of things for the house. I had to take my littlest one out of childcare just so we could afford to do it. So in a lot of ways I took a huge big risk by doing it. But this is what I kind of want to say and get through. I took a huge amount of risk. I kind of put a lot of confidence in myself that I could do this course, and even kind of the hardest bits where I kind of thought I don't understand this, even with the knowledge I have of social media, I don't understand this. Even at the lowest points, I believed that I could do it, and I believed that I could get a client, which I have got. So yeah, so I do definitely think it's an investment. Is the course for everyone? No, I don't think it is. So of the ladies that I did my training with, and I think there was 6 of us, we all finished the courses, but I know several of the people who started with us and didn't finish. They basically quit part way through. Now some of them also had part-time jobs as well, and just basically said they couldn't cope with the amount of stuff that needed to be done for the coursework. Some people quit part way through doing their social media campaigns, so when you actually take it live, they just basically couldn't get behind it. They just couldn't see themselves working as a social media manager. But as I said, successfully, out of the ladies that I did my training with, we all finished the course. Now, your training is all remotely, so you'll do everything from home. There's never any time that you'll go into a classroom. Everything's done over the internet and by conference call, and you will speak to your group of ladies that you train with pretty much every single week, and they will be the ones that you kind of rely on. So you don't really have a choice in it, but the ladies that you actually get paired with, they are going to be your lifeline, and they are the ones who are going to help you through the course. And that's nothing to say against Digital Mums, because they were great and the support was there. But on a day-to-day basis, when you get stuck, you need to speak to the girls that you're doing the course with, because you're all kind of together and you're all kind of not understanding the same bits or understanding the same bits. Now, as I said, I did have a background in social media. The ladies that I trained with, most of them really didn't have much of a background. They had their own personal Facebook page or Twitter that they occasionally posted on, but nothing that would really match what we now do as social media managers. So the main thing that you want to know is it worth it? Then in my mind and in my eyes, it was 100% worth me doing it. As I said, I had kind of got to a point where I was miserable. I might have had a decent wage, but I no longer felt like the job that I was doing fit me. It was an amazing, amazing job, and as I said, it came with lots of perks and lots of lovely travelling, but with 2 small children, there was just too much guilt there, and I wanted to see my kids. So I now can work flexibly around my children. So as I said, I work for my client 3 days a week. 1 day a week I work in the office for them, which is actually quite unusual. Most people kind of just have clients and they work from home all the time, but I actually wanted to go into this client's office and work there. That was kind of for the social side of things for me. And the rest of the time I work from home for them. I presently look after 4 different platforms for them. So I look after Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn and Google+. I will be expanding that for my client in the next kind of couple of months. I've been with them now for 3 months, and I'm hoping at the end of this month that we kind of keep going, but we're just going to see about that. So yeah, for me, the course has just kind of transformed my life. It's made me a lot happier. It's made my children a lot happier. It means that I'm not kind of relying on people like family for childcare all the time. My little girl goes to nursery twice a week. My little boy is at school. So that's kind of, it's a great time for us. When it was actually a lot easier, I know people struggle when they first have a child, but actually it was a lot easier for me when the children, or when Harry was in nursery and we had the extended hours, and you know, Charlie was little. Once Harry actually went to school, that's really when my problems started, because I didn't want him in breakfast club and after school club every single day. So that's kind of really when I felt that my job started feeling not the greatest fit for me. And just to say, I mean, the company I work for are absolutely amazing. I just wasn't able to cut any of my hours for them. The role involved a lot of travelling. It involved, you know, long hours. It was an extremely fun job, and they are a great company. It just didn't fit with me anymore, and sadly that's sometimes these partnerships need to come to an end. So yeah, the course was absolutely amazing for me, and it has kind of completely turned around my life. I'm so much more happier. I'm not earning what I was before, but I am earning a pretty good decent wage. As I mentioned before, I also have a blog, and since quitting my old job I was able to put a lot more time into my blog, and thanks to that, I'm actually now earning money from my blog as well. So I'm getting there wage-wise, but more money would be nice. But I'm a lot more happier. I feel like I am using skills that I've learned. I feel like I've got a lot more freedom. I feel like I'm seeing my children. I feel like I'm a better friend. I feel like I'm a better wife. I feel like a better mother. Just all round, I am a lot happier, and that basically is down to the course. and everything I've learned through them. So if you do decide to do the course, because my campaign, though I do say it so myself, was called No More 9 to 5, I chose to do the work campaign, which is a pretty new one. And I ran my campaign over LinkedIn, Facebook and Twitter. Tips I would give you if you do the Digital Mums course, and how to kind of get good at it, is to do as much film as possible. So do as many Facebook lives as possible. Try and involve the community in there. So if you're doing like a community project, or if you're going to, as I said, do the work project, interview people, interview other companies, make contacts, because what actually will happen, and it did with me, is all the contacts that I actually made, one of them ended up being my client. So yeah, do as many Facebook lives as you can, push it to as many different platforms as you can. Make friends with the local networking group. Now I know this sounds really boring, and networking is, you know, you've got that traditional thing of speed dating with other companies, and it's just, you know, not great. But I got involved with a local networking company, and it was the best thing ever. I met lots of like-minded ladies like me. I met a lot of like-minded men like me. They've been able to help me with the self-employed side of things, give me lots of advice, point me in the right direction. So yeah, that's a great tip, to make friends as much as you can with anyone. Another tip is basically to tell everyone what you're doing. So tell everyone that you're doing your training course, tell everyone what it will be, tell everyone what it involves, tell everyone what you want to be, because once again, you never know who you're speaking to. It might not be that direct person, but they could be speaking to the husband later on, and actually their husband's company needs a social media manager. It could be that you're speaking to a small company who's really struggling with their social media, and once again, you've got yourself your first client. So yeah, it's networking, tell everyone about it, shout about it. The KPIs that are set of how many times a week you need to be scheduling posts out on social media, always do more than you actually needed to, because that way you're going to get a better reach, and you've got more chance of getting in the eye of people. Also get in contact with bigger companies within your area. So I got in contact with a local radio station, I got in contact with a local paper, I got in contact with the local 2 councils, see if they can get involved in it as well. And 9 out of 10 times they'll either want a little bit of promotion, or they like what you're doing, and they'll want to be interviewed or help you along the way, or they might tweet on your latest post. Another tip is to make friends with every single digital mum, whether they're doing training, whether they graduated last year, whether they graduated 2 days ago. Make friends with them, because this is the network that you are going to be using, and they understand what you're going through. So when you have a problem or an issue, or you're not quite sure about something, then you can message your digital mum friends. You can also, you know, you've always got Digital Mums head office that you can actually get in contact with, and you do have a guide throughout of your course. But as I said, your network is the quickest and easiest way to do it, and you've got a lot of experience from it. So yeah, so I think really that's it. I kind of just wanted to come on and say that, you know, I did the course, I took a massive big risk by doing the course. It could have all gone terribly wrong, and nothing to do with Digital Mums. I could have just kind of failed at it myself. They give you all the guidance, they give you all the information that you need, but completely it's down to you. You need to believe that you can do this course. You need to believe that you can be a social media manager. You need to believe that you investing this money in this course is going to mean that you are going to have a new fabulous career. So thank you very much for watching this. I hope that you enjoyed it. If you did, then please give my channel a big thumbs up. Please pop over to my blog and say hello. And if you do decide to do the course, then good luck to you. As I mentioned before, if you do have any questions at all about the course, or anything you want to know, then please do leave some comments below, and I'll try my best to come back to you as quick as possible. So I hope you all have a great day. Thank you.